let's talk for a minute about angles, in specific, angles of light. Hi, I'm David Henry from LearnStageLighting.com, and in this video, I want to talk about the different angles of light that are out there and talk about what are the best ones for stage lighting. Okay, so this might sound a little abstract, but I want to go a little bit deeper. I want to go into a little bit of depth here and cover how I choose angles when I'm laying out a lighting rig. Now, recently, actually, about a month or two ago, I did 5 minutes to better lighting. And one of those videos, I'll highlight it here, was what types of lights should I put at what angles of light at each angle. But today, I want to go into a little more depth than that video went on and talk about pure angles, like what angles are there and where should I put the bulk of my lights, okay? So the very first thing that I do, and you guys probably know this by now, is when I'm laying out a lighting rig, I get my front wash right first, okay? I want to get 2 points of light on every zone of stage, blah, 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 and there's a video about that I recently did here. Now, once you've got that front wash set, that's really going to be the first and most important thing, no matter what type of lighting you're doing. Whether, even if you're doing DJ lighting and it's just a light or two on the DJ, even if it's a metal band and they just want a couple side lights hitting them from the front, get that done first, because at the end of the day, if you can't see the talent, if you can't see the presenters on stage clearly, and you can't see the faces they're making, the actions that they're taking on their instruments, etc., then you might as well go home, right? Because that's kind of your job, is, quote, to light the money, as they often say. So once you've done that, it's time to think about getting more creative. And I really base pretty much all of my thoughts about where I'm going to put lights after my front wash on this one fact. Do I have haze or do I not have haze? Because if I have haze, then I'm going to focus on putting my lights behind. And more so than that, I'm going to focus on having lights in cool patterns and cool shapes and having them primarily beside and behind the band, okay? When I've got haze, I'm going to focus on putting a lot in the backlight, putting some in the side light. When I don't have haze, however, I'm going to flip the rig around, because while backlight is important when you don't have haze, as it gives you separation on the folks from the backdrop, once you get past covering everything with backlight, it doesn't do a lot more, okay? So when I don't have haze, I then work on putting a lot of lights in the front, maybe shining them on the ceiling, on the walls, other architectural pieces, set pieces, maybe using some moving lights with some gobos behind the presenter or band. And I also focus on lights where I can see the source, okay? Having lights physically where you can see the source behind the stage, something graphical, means that you can then turn those lights on and off at a low intensity and create a glow on those lights, a literal light up set piece, much like these LED strips I've got behind me here. And so what angles you should use for your light, it really, as I mentioned, depends on the atmosphere, right? Do you have haze? Do you not have haze? So the quick recap on this short video is, number one, front light first. But after that, you really want to weigh out, okay, what do you have to paint with light, and do you have haze? And then, go ahead and just work through your priorities. This is what I do every time I'm lighting a show and I've got some sort of budget, whether that's an amount of fixtures that the organization, company, or whoever owns, whether that's a physical rental budget, or whether that's, what I have access to. And I just go through, prioritize. Okay, I have this. how much of an impact will lighting this object give me versus another? And the areas where I see, okay, this will have a lot of impact in this show, that's where I put lights. Then I move on to the next place, and the next, and the next, and the next. And I try to think out of the box as well. You know, could I go ahead? One question I ask a lot when I'm lighting a show is, could I go ahead, you know, cover my front light, cover my backlight, so I've got a colored backlight wash, and most fixtures these days have the ability to change color, so I really only need one set of lights back there. Then start thinking about the box, outside the box. Would having a set of lights on the ceiling add an extra dimension to the lighting that I wouldn't have before? Would adding in side light and being able to turn off the front light sometimes or the back and use sides in its place, would that give me an extra dimension that I'm really looking for? And as you think through these things, I just encourage you, as always, test, try, guess, and see what works best. Really, the only rule in stage lighting is that you be safe and you don't hurt anybody, right? You know, so I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, or even if you haven't, subscribe here to get the latest from me on YouTube. If you want to help us out more, join us on Patreon. It's a way to just give a handful of dollars a month, and in return, you help fund this channel, and hopefully we can make it ad-free here soon. Thanks to y'all's support. And last, if you are looking for help and assistance with your lighting, join us in Learn Stage Lighting Labs. It's where you'll get access to a whole library of videos, plus personalized support from myself and others in the forums. I'll see you guys there. Thanks.